Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, core faculty for the College of Health Sciences and Public Policy at Walden University. And in this video, I'm going to quickly go over the avatar therapy. Very interesting sort of therapy. It's a new talking therapy which aims to reduce the distress that can be experienced when hearing voices. So using dialogue with an image or avatar this provides that distressing voice on a computer. And I've worked with avatars before, and it seems to be an effective pedagogical tool as well. So the testing for the avatar therapy went through a pilot phase, and then Avatar 1 came out, and then now it's time for Avatar 2. Of course, the therapy session goes through kind of building the digital representation that is most compatible with what your therapy session would look like. This actually takes therapy to a next level, but with the addition of digital technologies. And this was something that was presented at the 22nd World Psychiatry, the Congress of World Psychiatry Association, held in Bangkok, Thailand, and virtually. So wanted to kind of make people aware of this technology and let people know what it's all about. Thank you for listening. So just as bonus material, I wanted to go over what exactly was in each of the studies, the pilot, Avatar 1, Avatar 2. So the pilot was, as it usually is the case, was a very small study, 26 participants, that's it, conducted by the National Institute for Health Research. Results were promising. Participants reported a significant reduction in the frequency, distress, omnipotence, and malevolence of their voice. So if you want to read more about the pilot study, you can go into their website. The first one, Avatar 1, a larger randomized controlled trial now, and this avatar therapy, funded by the Wellcome Trust, was conducted by researchers at King's College London, in the South London and Maudsley NHS Trust. So I want you to see how this develops, and this will give you some hints and clues as to how studies develop from kind of a small scale study to understanding in larger scale. And this is how clinical trials happen too. First, you're trying to test everything in vitro in phase 1, phase 2 trials. And then when you're going into phase 3, you're going into a smaller population, like an Avatar 150 participants. Maybe it's a little bit more if it's something like a COVID vaccine or something like that. And then in phase 4, you're ready to mobilize and provide for the general population. And then, of course, afterwards, there's screening for potential side effects that might be taking place once the drug has been released out into the wild, so to speak. So 150 participants were assigned to receive 7 weeks of avatar therapy or supportive counseling. Results showed that avatar therapy was more effective 12 weeks after the therapy. But interestingly, after 24 weeks follow up, that was not the case. So 12 weeks was kind of the sweet spot in reducing the severity of participants' voices compared to supportive counseling. And if you want to read more about that, you can go into Avatar 1. And then the current study, which is which I told you about, which is being presented currently, that is being funded by the Wellcome Trust. So there's a lot more funding going on. Aims to further test the effectiveness of avatar therapy in a wider variety of NHS settings across England, Scotland, all over. If shown to be effective, this will help to prepare for wider implementation in clinical services. So if you want to read about the study protocol or more details about this, then you can go ahead and access this BMC trial and look at the actual paper. And honestly, it doesn't take too long. Just going through the paper actually gives you an understanding of how mental health therapy and interventions, how they work, and B, with technology, can be that much more effective in providing targeted interventions and targeted therapies. The reason this is so important is because this can then be expanded into other disciplines and play other roles in education and training. Um, Thank you for listening.